bringing you the highest guests in cannabis. It's To Be Blunt with BZ.
To Be Blunt, we are back. I have been waiting the whole show for this. It's time for the main event. We have joining us this evening, very special guest. She is the founder of literally the coolest cannabis-friendly campground on the East Coast, Camp Laughing Grass, and executive cannabis chef at Sensi Sweet Organic. Let's bring her in, Trinity. Oh, shit. Yeah, we smoking.
What's that, BZ?
I'm doing a lot better now. Oh, damn. It's such a pleasure to... God. I'm smoking this THCA powder laced infused joint thing for my co-host, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling. It's been like this the whole show, though. We smoked the blunt first, now smoking this. I gotta do this interview, so I figured we just gotta get lit. We got lit.
Got it.
I got the chat is popping. The chat's popping. You have so much support coming out of here that it's honestly unbelievable. Now trust me, I've had a lot of guests come on this show in the past 4 years, but none of which that I've seen the chat go off that everybody's just Trinity. And what's even crazier, Trinity, is that I had literally people sending me videos. It must be Campground Visitors or something, because I was getting videos, people telling me, you guys, you picked the right guest. Trinity's awesome. She's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is and I've had some pretty big name guests on it. Here we are. You're the celebrity.
That's awesome. Yeah, our campers are great. It's communal, family. Once you experience camp, you get it. You really do.
Now, I'm not honestly much of a camper, but let me tell you what intrigued me about this specifically, obviously, was the weed part of this, because a lot of people, they like to go camping and they'll sit around the campfire, they'll drink a few beers. That's not really my bag, plus I'm bougie. So camping off the whip doesn't sound appealing to me. I'm just I gotta smoke. I gotta hide when I smoke. There's gonna be kids running around and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? And you gotta worry about this and that. Plus, I'm not an outdoors guy. So I don't a tent doesn't sound appealing. One of the like a tent you'd find at the local store. That's not my deal. But you guys, your whole setup is unbelievable. And between having regular tents, you guys got the glamping segment. You guys got the cabins, which is super awesome. And it's a whole thing. Plus, you can smoke weed, and it's adults only.
And adults only. Big draw. Yeah.
It's like paradise.
Thank you.
It's paradise. Listen, I got 2 kids. I know. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It sounds like paradise to me.
You're not supposed to say you're sorry, right? When people have kids. No, congratulations. That's what it is. Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, well, I love my kids, but a vacation sounds amazing, especially to a cannabis-friendly campground. So I guess really the story right off the rip, I got to start with this, is what made you wake up one day, and say, you know what, I want to start a campground. I want to start, that's not something a lot of people wake up and do.
It turned into a campground. I originally had a bed and breakfast inn. It was the Laughing Grass Inn, and as soon as the soft opening happened, the town they lost their minds. And after
you got a lot of flack for that.
Yeah, the town sued me.
Sued you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I closed my doors and I ran away, and a couple of years later I opened this place. So little different, but same idea.
How did they let you slide with the campground, but not the bed and breakfast?
So, I don't serve it anymore. I'm not the one providing anything for you. We just make it a friendly atmosphere.
Okay.
So we stay out of the laws of regulations.
So you found your quote unquote loophole.
Loophole.
Your loophole to get around that. That's a big deal though, because a lot of people, once they get shut down, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I can't, I don't want to do that. And that's a lot. You got sued. Like that's incredible that they took it to that level. Like, don't you, like, explain to me this, like, don't you have to get permits and everything to open something like that?
Yes.
There's a process to go through that they have to
approve. Yeah. So I partnered up with someone that had it working in. At the time, we were doing the same thing. We were working within the laws.
Okay.
We weren't necessarily breaking laws, so they found laws that we were breaking. The town had an emergency meeting. They passed a moratorium, making any cannabis in the historic downtown illegal. They dropped a lawsuit on me the next day. It was all very well planned.
Wow, they really they thought that one through.
I mean, obviously my rights are being violated, but lawyers are really expensive. Fighting something like that was really expensive, and that was
going after a whole town like
that wasn't an option for me at the time at all.
That's difficult. That's a difficult thing to do, and I know I tried to go after a whole police department for a town once. Yeah. You know, like it was like a car accident deal where they it was hard. It was hard to get anything out of them. You know what I mean? And so I can see why you would take that route, because there's a lot, and not to mention it'd be drawn out. It'd be a long fight.
Yeah.
It'd be a long fight. It's not even worth it at that point, you know? But what drives me crazy is that it's Maine. Everybody thinks about Maine. They're like, oh, weed. Like, this is the weed mecca of the East Coast. Maine. Maine's got the best weed. All the shit that I usually smoke comes from Maine. Shit. I'm not even going to lie. So, like, the fact that they came after you is kind of mind-blowing to me.
The tourism part is where there's no laws yet. You know, we've opened up the floodgates to allow out-of-staters to consume cannabis, and you know, while you're on vacation, but you don't really have a place to consume it if you don't technically have a place that you live at here. Can't smoke in Publix, not supposed to smoke in the hotels, can't smoke at your Airbnbs. So it's just okay.
Yeah. So okay, then what? Now, so you run away, go through all this, and then all of a sudden this opportunity comes out.
This property was brought to my attention. I love Maine. I moved up here because of your cannabis laws. So when camp was brought to my attention, it's too good to be true. It was so perfect. So
now, you from Maine?
I'm not from Maine. I grew up in Long Island.
Long Island. Okay.
Long Island. Across the bay.
Okay. Okay.
What's it called? I think it's the Sound.
Yeah. The Long Island Sound. Yeah, that's crazy. And then of course that makes sense though, because back then New York was definitely not legal. So you make the trek up to Maine where you think it's going to be great. I've had a lot of buddies, a lot of friends of mine who have left Connecticut and gone to Maine and started legal grows and whatnot up there because the laws were so bad down here. Even it being recreational, it's a shit show in Connecticut.
Yes.
It's a total shit show. So like
it does in most states.
It's not the truth though. Isn't it the truth? But why? You know, this whole plant, this plant is harmless. It's a harmless thing. You know what I mean? It not only is it harmless, it helps people. You know, but here we are. Here we are, and so many states are going through this right now, and that the fact that you were even able to get like a campground off and going is incredible.
I'm still fighting the state. I'm not in good standings. This is live. I have those in office that would rather I not be in business. And they have a slight amount of power that causes me to struggle to meet requirements that don't seem to be on other campgrounds in the state of Maine, in my local area. this year they threw another hurdle on me. I found a civil engineer that would work with me, because what they were trying to do, which was clear to most people, was try and outprice me, give me some sort of obstacle that would be too hard for me to accomplish,
Right.
too expensive for me to be able to handle. And I found a civil engineer that worked with me and went, well, that's really odd. Why would they require something like this from you? You're established, you're not doing any building, all your building, everything's underground. So hopefully this is the last hurdle. Hopefully this is the last thing they can throw at me. Over the last 4 years that I've been here, I've passed all my inspections. My inspector comes through. I pass with flying colors. I have no violations. I just have someone at the state that.
That's right. This is a little bit of this. I know if you're not watching this and you're just listening, you'll have to go back to YouTube and check out what the little signal we're making here, so you know what's going on. A little bit of this. Oh shit! Did you freeze? Oh, I hear you now. There you are.
Okay.
I lost you for a hot second.
Yeah.
But you're back.
You're stuck like this.
Oh, so let me talk before we get too far off, because there's so many things I want to talk about. But like, knowing that you're still going through the struggles and the obstacles of trying to get this thing to the point where they can't fuck with you no more, how do you think that's gonna play out as you go into this new venture of trying to franchise Camp Laughing Grass?
So the franchising part, again, we've managed all the little loopholes and stuff like that. Moving forward, I don't really see a problem opening up new ones. We're really looking at established campgrounds to start, or people starting up, which all these paperwork and everything will originally be filed. When I started this, I did it underground. I didn't originally file my campground paperwork and file my paperwork with the state. I opened up 4 little spots, kept myself quiet, and it was the town that came to me and said, we don't care what you're doing. Come get a town license. Like, open up the doors. Nothing you're doing is illegal. And this is the first time a town was like, no, it's fine. The state of Maine, we're cool with weed. So it was really, I love Harrison. Harrison loves me. We're buddies. Do I expect there to be pushback every now and then? Yes, it's cannabis. It's what we deal with. Anyone that's in this industry is aware you're always going to have someone with a pitchfork. You can't get upset about it. They are who
That's
are.
the truth. Absolutely. and any part of it. It just, there's always someone trying to take you down.
Yeah.
Or some old timer that just still is engulfed in the craze, the reefer madness craze.
We're here for persevering. So cannabis is here to stay. All the studies say that alcohol is out. Millennials want to smoke. They don't want to drink, but all we have is bars. So there really needs to be a shift in the places that we are spending our times when we're social.
I can't agree more, because it's almost wild to me that, like, when people, especially adults, like, make plans to do something, like, the first thing on everyone's mind, let's go get drinks. And I'm like, and I'm not saying I don't make a cocktail once in a while. I mean, I don't drink much, but, like, in a social setting, I might have, 1 or 2, but I would prefer to do, anything else. Almost at this point. like, can we just smoke a joint and go to the movies or some shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit that I like to do. So, I mean, I don't know. I agree with you in that retrospect. But getting back to the franchising thing, like, what are your plans for that going forward then? So you try to deal with established campgrounds. What states are you trying to hit first? What's the investor situation looking like? Like, how far along are we on progress on this?
So we're in it. We're doing the paperwork. Should have paperwork filed federally within the next few months. Once it's filed federally, we can open up in specific states where you don't have to once again file just in that state. Of the recreational states that we don't have to do additional filing, I believe there's 9. For the rest of, I think, the 17 legal states, there's additional filing that needs to be done. We'll work on that. Once we have the federal filing, we'll do the state filing, and that is anywhere from a month, 6 months to a year, depending on the states. So hopefully within the year, we're really looking to like be in every recreational state, because who doesn't want to hang out and smoke weed?
Yeah. Like we just said. That's what I was saying. I mean, that's the coolest thing about the whole thing. I mean, it's just such an awesome concept.
It changes the vibe of campground. There is a mentality with the cannabis, and there's no offense, but there's a mentality to drinking. There's a different flow. There's a different reality that happens. Yeah. So
she said, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, I saw a video when I was on your page that I thought was super dope, where you had like people lining up to hit this gravity bong, the student glass or whatever, and everybody was just lined up like you're about to go hit the drive-thru or some shit. Yeah, or a cargo line. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this is what I'm missing out of life. Like, this is the kind of things that take place at the campground. Like, what?
Like some places do, like, the luge. No, that's not our thing.
No, clearly not. Like, so if I'm coming camping, is that something like I would expect to see, like when I get there? Like
lots of toys, all the toys. We always, each year another addition to the pavilion of toys. We've started with a volcano, and we always have an e-nail out there. Gravity bong. We have some fun toys already in the plan for next year, because
yeah, man, that just sounds like heaven.
It's heaven.
Wake up, roll out, find a toy to use, smoke. Like, what is a typical day like at Camp Laughing Grass?
Oh my goodness, let's see. Wake up, good coffee, I got you.
Okay, that's big for me because I'm a huge coffee guy. I live on that shit.
Snob. I got you. None of this watered down shit.
We're best friends now.
Right? We got the creamers. We got the flavors.
Oh my
God. Little like rippy, nasty. Nah.
You're supplying like the top notch when it comes to the grounds.
When it comes to the coffee. So then once we have you well caffeinated and you've done your morning wake and bake with us, because it's communal here, you're more than welcome to do your own thing. No one.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Judging you.
That was smooth as fuck. I'm gonna put that out on post right there. I just did, but that was great. So the whole communal thing. So you could either go with the plan for the campground for the day, or you could do your own thing.
Yeah,
so you have activities and shit planned.
We're right on Crooked River, so we have lots of toys here at camp: kayaks, canoes, floats for people to go around and enjoy themselves. We're also in a very touristy area. It's very beautiful and quiet and wooded where camp is, but we're right in between Naples and Bridgeton, which are very touristy restaurants and galleries, and the Sango Queen and what's that thing that seaplane? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you got a seaplane out there?
There's a seaplane up in like the Naples Causeway. Like, guy will take you, like, I don't know. I'm not doing it, but enjoy yourselves. I know a couple went horseback riding last time they were here. It's a lot to do up here.
But like you have like your own campground activities like planned out that you guys do, or
no,
No,
nothing
okay.
like
So
that.
it's
That's
like
way too organized.
okay.
No. We,
Clearly, I've only been like the children's camps, as you can
yeah,
tell.
there's no schedule here. The only thing we have scheduled is at 4:20 every day. You're gonna want to be in the pavilion because that's, that's
That's
we usually have a board that's sponsored by a local dispensary, so you get products to try, and it's just 4:20 is a good time at camp.
holy shit. I seen like the pictures that you put out of like the weed and shit. Like, are you grow? Do you grow?
No, I don't do
Okay.
anything anymore. Once camp opens, I close my edible company. Oh, I'm breaking a lot of rules, I guess. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure. So they're trying to find ways to close me down. And when OM didn't really have any jurisdiction over me, my edible every audit was very expensive. So I just decided to close my edible company and focus on camp.
Well, that makes sense. But do you still put your skills to use?
I really want to say yes, but I don't.
not for the campground. Let's just say for yourself.
All the time. Yes.
Okay. I suck at cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just
No, I
not.
don't suck.
I just I'm so like I'm just too nervous. I got too much anxiety when I do everything. It's so bad. I know.
Just do it. What's the worst
I
that's going to
know.
happen?
I think I made like cookies once and like Rice Krispie treats, and that was like the extent of my infused. I had like a Levo that I got, and I was like making infusing oils and shit for like a hot minute, but just not.
No.
My wife, she's the pro. Like she's
There you go.
amazing in the kitchen with everything. So I'm blessed. As you can tell, I like food. So there's no doubt about
That's a real
it.
excuse right there. It's like, I don't cook. My wife's actually good at it.
It's true. It's true. And she's amazing at it. So, but I just think that's so you got everything canceled. You're focused straight up on this campground. And another cool thing with the campground and Jamaica, which is literally my segue as I'm leading into this. Speaking of the campground, you guys do some pretty cool shit outside of the campground, including this annual, this second annual, right? So this is the second one you guys are doing, isn't that right? Yeah. So damn, I am good, yo. I am good. Second annual Laughing Grass Yoga and Wellness Retreat, which is happening right in Jamaica. Yeah. So tell me about this. Where did this idea stem from? That you were like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna take everybody to Jamaica. Like
I can't. So I'm limited. I can't serve you. I can't infuse your meals. I can't do really all the things that I want to do as a host, as someone who wants to show you a good time and entertain you with the use of cannabis. I'm extremely limited in the States. I'm not limited in Jamaica. I'm able to infuse your meals. I'm able to make sure there are joints left on your pillows. I'm able to make sure that you have an open bar for you to like enjoy an array of cannabis products at your leisure. I'm so excited.
That's heaven. Joints on my pillow is way cooler than anything else I've ever gotten in any hotel stay. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't need sugar before I go to bed.
Mint, napkins, towels. Fuck, what do I need all that for? Like, give me joints. Like, that's it. And I probably lost mine.
Go to bed properly.
I want to wake up, go through the day, and go to bed properly. Like the whole thing. And that sounds like such an experience. So is this also like a communal type thing?
Again, very communal. So we're in a large villa. We're not in a resort or anything like that. We have the whole villa to ourselves. All the rooms are absolutely beautiful. The majority of the rooms have balconies. Beautiful infinity pool. It's on the mountain. It looks over the ocean. We have access to the local tennis courts, the golf courts, and a private beach club. We have excursions planned almost every single day. So you don't want to do an excursion, you can spend the day at the beach. You can have, an afternoon golfing, an afternoon playing tennis. There's so many options and all of them include the weed.
What kind of excursions are we talking? Because this sounds amazing.
What is that?
What kind of excursions do you have like planned for this?
So we visit a really beautiful blue hole. So if it's not something you've done, go to the website. It's hard to explain. You're kind of walking through waterfalls and big like deep water, freshwater pools in the middle of I'm not supposed to call it a jungle, but it feels like a jungle, but there's not jungle animals. So it's not a jungle.
I couldn't survive.
It's really safe, but it feels like the jungle. We're gonna do a luminous lagoon night swim. So if you don't know what that is, definitely want to Google it. The water's gonna glow blue as we're moving around in it. It's just a really incredible experience. We visit Bob Marley's ancestral home. We do a private tour on his birthday. It's an incredibly moving experience. There's a few other things that we don't mention.
Okay.
In the States, we talk about it once we're in Jamaica, but you'll have to buy a ticket and figure out.
Damn, so there's a little bit of this. It's a little bit of this. That's all right. I'm on fire.
Right.
I'm ready to go.
It's all inclusive. We got your meals. We got your weed. We got everything. All the excursions. It's a really good time.
So you just got to buy a flight and the room, and you're in. That's it. Flat fee. Flat fee. Now I know I got the flyer here because this if anybody's watching or listening, this is unbelievable. This deal. You are getting a whole retreat. Right, so you get 6 nights. Am I correct? 6 nights, 7 days on that?
No, it's 5 nights, 6
5
days.
nights, 6 days. Sorry, let me make this bigger so I'm not blind. It was too small. I didn't full screen. I couldn't read it. You get ground transportation, so you anywhere you want to go or have to go is already taken care of, which is dope. Meals and beverages, that she already said. If you need anything to eat, drink, done, taken care of. Infused, not infused. I'm sure you can get anything you want, done. Daily scheduled yoga and meditation. So if you need that relaxing getaway, you got to clear your mind. You got to center your chi and get that vibe going. This is it. Luxury accommodations. Maybe a private beach club. You got pools. And this is ridiculous. You can get a king suite set up. Like 4 Gs out the door. Whole week worth of entertainment, trips, excursions, meals, drinks, done. To me, and I've been on plenty of trips before, that is a steal. It's a steal.
It's a good time. It is. It's a
great
lot
time.
for your dollar. It really is.
You know what really is worth the price of admission alone? Yeah. But the one thing to me that like really sets it is the fact that when I travel, I have, as I already said, anxiety, but like my main anxiety with traveling is like, what am I going to do when I get to my destination about weed?
Yeah.
And knowing that I can just land, get to my destination, and everything's there is literally worth the price of admission alone. I'd be the
when you're getting off the plane, I got you. We are, I think it's 8 minutes from the airport to the villa.
What? That's it? 8 minutes?
Yeah. It's really close.
Tell you what, last time I went on a trip, it was like a 20-30 minute drive, like from the airport to like the spot. And I was like, after you're flying, the last thing you want to do is be in a hot ass van for a half hour,
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Very close. Beautiful accommodations. Really. And this isn't a resort stay. You're not going to experience what you would experience if you went to a resort. This is really locals and cultural, and we're going to have just absolutely the best time. Experience the real Jamaica.
Well, it sounds to me like you got this all figured out. I'm just saying.
I've done this once or twice.
Yeah, you got the trip figured out. You got the campground thing on and running and popping. Right. I mean, literally, you were telling me how off the air how you had a completely sold out season. Thanks to what? TikTok?
Yeah, a TikTok video. Thank you, TikTok.
It was just one video?
Yeah, one video. 5 million views, 1 million hearts,
holy
1,000 shares, like over 100,000 saves. Yeah, it's been TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you to
That
our
is
CPO
incredible.
listeners and everyone that's come this summer. It's been, we've had such a fun summer. Best campers. God, I love you guys.
See,
So
literally,
fun.
it's just already done, sold out. Like couldn't even get in there this year.
There's little spots here and there. You can, scour the website. We do have limited availability during the week. The weekends are sold out. But it's pretty. March 15th, 2024, 9 a.m. That's when we go public. That's when you book.
What? All right, you guys got to put that shit in your calendars, yo.
Every year, March 15th.
First off, go check out the video. I'm right on TikTok, Camp Laughing Grass, right? Camp_laughing_grass. I got that right? Yeah. Check that video out. I'm going to go check it out when I get off air because I didn't realize that this video had gone so viral. I was checking through your page. I'm sure I've already seen it. I just never looked at the views, to really see it. That. I didn't realize you had gone that viral. TikTok's such a powerful thing. It's ridiculous.
That's always what we ask when people show up to camp. Like, oh, how'd you hear about us? And the number one answer has been TikTok.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right now. I'm so happy for you. I just gotta say it. First of all, it's already such a male dominated industry. You know what I mean? That to see, I love seeing women succeeding in cannabis. It's an amazing thing. We need more of this shit. You know what I mean? Just 100%. And that's what I mean. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Yeah, killing it.
You are.
I'm trying. I love what I do. I really do. It's always been weed. It's always been cannabis. I did hemp jewelry for years. It's always been this industry for me. Always. Just in different formations.
I couldn't feel you more on that one. Well said. Well said. Trinity, listen, it's been such an amazing time with you. Thank you for joining me on the show. I gotta say, this is something that people are gonna be wanting to check out. You all need to go hit up the website. What is the website, by the way?
CampLaughingGrass.com for our camp. Laughing Grass International for Jamaica.
Oh, you got a separate website just for Jamaica?
Yeah, because you don't want to get confused.
Pimpin'. Listen, I hope you have an awesome evening. We wish you the most success. I gotta send you a 2B Blood care package and some merch and shit, and then I gotta book a stay. Maybe even come to Jamaica because right now that just sounds so perfect. So Trinity, I appreciate you coming on. Have a good evening, and make sure you guys give her a follow ASAP. ASAP. Camp Laughing Grass. Peace out, Trinity. 2B Blood. You already know the deal. Make sure y'all go check it out. I mean, how cool can it get? It's a campground where you can smoke weed and use tools and toys and all kinds of fun shit. And then you go to Jamaica. Once you learn the campground so dope, let's go to Jamaica. You're in. Check that shit out. CampLaughingGrass.com. Camp Laughing Grass International for the Jamaican trip. 2B Blunt will be back next week. And we have a couple of big guests coming up in September. So make sure you tune into the Instagram. That's at 2B Blunt Podcast. That's the number 2 BEBLUNT Podcast. And of course, www.2bbluntpodcast.com for all the latest and greatest things involving 2B Blunt. We will see you soon. Same weed time. You know the deal. Same weed channel.